The American auto industry, believe me, is over.
President Trump announcing in Michigan that he's slamming the brakes on President Obama's fuel standards, which called for automakers to hit over 50 miles per gallon by the year 2025. The EPA is now opening its review. The president also reacting to MSNBC's release of part of a tax return.
I have no idea where they got it, but it's illegal. And you're not supposed to have it, and it's not supposed to be leaked.
He tells Fox's Tucker Carlson in an interview that airs tonight it wasn't an embarrassing return, but the release was a disgrace. Busy day in courtrooms around the country in the fight over the president's revised travel ban. Fox Radio's Jessica Rosenthal with this live.
Lisa, a federal judge in Hawaii is considering that state's case right now. The judge in Seattle who blocked the first travel order will hear a new challenge from visa holders who say access to their own visas could be impacted. And a judge in Maryland heard arguments from visa holders worried about loved ones who might not be able to visit them. ACLU Immigrant Rights Project attorney Omar Jadwat says problems from the first travel ban essentially remain in the second.
You can't keep doing the thing that it was told not to do just by changing the number on the top of the executive order and reissuing it.
Attorneys for President Trump say they remedied the problems by removing preferences for religious minorities and removing restrictions from green card and visa holders, Lisa.
Jessica, Wall Street rallies, the Dow up 110 points after the Fed's second rate hike in 3 months, another quarter-point move.
The economy continues to expand at a moderate pace. Solid income gains and relatively high levels of consumer sentiment and wealth have supported household spending growth.
Fed Chief Janet Yellen also says headwinds from the financial crisis remain and assessments can be adjusted, but for now, 2 more rate hikes are expected this year. Fox News Radio, fair and balanced.
Do you think identity theft is only when someone adds charges to your credit card? It's actually when someone pretends to be you, to open new accounts in your name or any number of bad things. LifeLock can help. We use proprietary technology to alert you to a huge range of identity threats. And if you have a problem, we have a team of U.S.-based specialists who will work to fix it. No one can prevent all identity theft or monitor all transactions at all businesses. Membership starts at $9.99 a month, plus applicable taxes. Go to LifeLock.com and use promo code NEWS to get 10% off.
Over 3 million businesses use Indeed.com for hiring, and independent research shows that 5 times more hires are made through Indeed than any other job site. By creating the easiest, most effective hiring experience, we help businesses find great new people every day. Right now, we're giving new users a $50 credit to post a sponsored job on the world's #1 job site. Claim your $50 credit at Indeed.com/credit. Terms, conditions, and quality standards apply.
President Trump's pick for top intelligence official gets a green light from the nominee's former Senate colleagues.
A bipartisan 85-12 vote has confirmed Dan Coats to be Director of National Intelligence, a cabinet-level position overseeing 16 U.S. intelligence agencies. Coats was twice a Republican senator from Indiana, serving in the 90s and then again for a term from 2011 to 2017. In between Senate terms, he served as President George W. Bush's ambassador to Germany. The confirmation leaves 3 cabinet or cabinet-level vacancies in the new administration. On Capitol Hill, Jared Halpern, Fox News.
2 Russian spies are among 4 people charged in the hacking of more than 500 million Yahoo accounts.
Mary McCord, acting assistant attorney general, announced the indictment of 4 people, 2 Russian intelligence officers and 2 hackers.
Dmitry Dokuchayev and Igor Sushchin, both FSB officers, protected, directed, facilitated, and paid criminal hackers to collect information.
The Justice Department says the hackers targeted the accounts of Russian and American officials, people who worked in finance, and Russian journalists, among others.
Fox's Melanie Wilkes in Washington. Only one of the suspects, a Canadian, is in custody. A Russian spy ship is back.
U.S. officials tell Fox the Russian spy ship Viktor Leonov has returned to waters off the east coast of the United States. Last week, the Russian spy ship made a port call in Havana to refuel and resupply. Now the ship has been spotted by U.S. intelligence 20 miles southeast of a U.S. Navy submarine base in Kings Bay, Georgia, heading north.
Fox's Lucas Tomlinson at the Pentagon. The Russian ship remains in international waters. The JFK Library Foundation launching a public campaign to help preserve the former president's beloved wooden sailboat. They're trying to raise $25,000, part of a year-long series of events marking 100 years since he was born. Lisa Brady, Fox News Radio.
Here's your ESPN Radio 3-day forecast brought to you by Chief Bauer. Need a furnace expert or an AC expert for this spring and summer? Call the experts at Chief Bauer Service Experts at 866-EXPERTS or visit them online at chiefbauer.com. Tonight, clear, a low of 15. Thursday, mostly sunny, high 43, a low of 34. Friday, warmer but rain, a high 54, a low of 35. Right now, sunny, but it's 29, feels like 21 in Champaign-Urbana.
It is the Tay and J Show, ESPN Radio 93.5. Lante, Jeremy Werner. Part of the coaching search still going on. I can't tell you much because I, like you, and I'm sure you are quadruple this or more, have had people saying, all right, what are you hearing?
Yeah.
What are you hearing? What are you hearing? Here's what I'll tell everybody. This is the only thing I know. Cuonzo Martin is not going to be your coach. I know Cuonzo.
Yeah.
Cuonzo Martin is not going to be your coach. I am not going to have to misplace or missound that name except for one time a year when they play each other at the bragging rights.
Well, it's been Cuonzo watch the last, for a while. I mean, he makes a lot of sense here. We've talked about that here in the past. But as I've said in the past, the guy who kind of checks a lot of boxes usually doesn't end up here.
Right.
And the last month with Cuonzo Martin on the court has not been very good.
No, it hasn't.
Now, Cal last night got crushed by Cal State Bakersfield, and it wasn't a good look.
No.
He was without his two best players.
That doesn't help you.
I think that matters.
Yes, it does.
He had injuries for the NCAA tournament team last year, but according to all reports right now from every national writer, is Missouri has hired Cuonzo Martin to be their next head coach, and the dollar figures are eye-opening.
This is the thing that it wasn't the fact that Cuonzo signed with is going to maybe be Missouri's next coach. When I heard what he was going to make, I was like, wow.
5 years, $3.5 million per year.
Missouri wants to be relevant again in basketball.
They want recruits.
And you
know what? He's the right guy for the right time for them.
Totally
I think
agree.
this is a very good hire for them. I know he's only made 2 NCAA tournaments in the last 9 years. Now, Missouri State's very hard.
Very hard.
So
we just went over that yesterday.
I'll throw that out. But over the last 6 years, he's been at Tennessee, and it wasn't a good situation for him there. It wasn't treated fairly there. But at Cal, where a place he doesn't have a lot of ties, he was able to get 2 All-Americans there and Charlie Moore.
Wow.
Or 2, 5-star guys in Charlie Moore. So he recruited well there. The results on the court were iffy.
Correct.
Especially the last 2 years with how they faded down the stretch, and then this year really tanked down the stretch. But I think that's a very good hire for Missouri, and they're going to be in on some top recruits down there. So that's a very good hire for Missouri. But, Illinois